Living life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the
Goodness gracious!
Hello?
Balls of fire!
building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bendy's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand.
Hello there.
Gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come Living life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight.
Hello there.
Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bendy's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. Living life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bendy's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand. Bricktastic, we're Living life in blocks of color and imagination. Every piece we fit together is a brand new creation. Bender Builds is here to take you on a ride. With every brick we stack, we're building dreams tonight. Bricktastic, we're gonna build it up high. Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you. From small sets to the grandest, we'll conquer everything. Bender's got the magic touch, the master of the scene. Piece by piece, we're crafting worlds with our own hands. Building memories that will last as we build castles in the sand.
Evil!
Catch you on the brick side as we reach for the sky. Building dreams, let's make it real, let's make it true. Come join us on the stream, we're building it with you.
What's up, guys? Welcome on into Bender's Bricktastic Builds Live. Hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. It is just before 12 o'clock here in Chicago, and we are finishing up the Disney villain icon set today. I think we have we got like 30% of this left, but yeah, just 3 bags. I think it's really just the VHS tape of the Little Mermaid. Nicholas, welcome on in. Gundam C Moby, how you doing? Welcome on in.
Watch out, here I come.
I don't know, I'm like warm a little bit. That's why I'm like kind of like bleh. But I hope you guys are having a great weekend, like I said. Doing okay? Fantastic. But yeah, we got some work ahead of us. I want to get started. We are still raising money for Project Hope. Some great folks trying to bring healthcare to those in need. The basics, I mean, just basic any kind of care they need. Because they believe that everyone has the right to healthcare regardless of where you are. Whether it's an impoverished nation, a place in conflict, or hit by natural disaster, they want to get medical assistance out there to those folks, and it's a good cause. We're trying to get $300 is our goal here. We're currently at 136. There are incentives, of course. We're gonna be putting stuff in the leg. We're gonna make it the Lego beard again. Get pink frogs and botanicals and clouds for those generous folks out there. We have a heart that I'll write your name on, and then I will wear it in my beard for every thumbnail and stream through the end of the month. We also have this cute little spicy kitty that you can get for 15. We do that once per stream. And then for the really generous folks, we have I can't find a stand right now. I'll have to pull out another one. Yeah, we'll make it easy. Something like that. It'll be a plain stand, but we'll write your name on it, and that'll be in my beard for every thumbnail and live stream throughout the rest of the month. But we got some good stuff so far. We got the apple, just slightly. We got the poison apple, which of course has a place to hide the queen. We have Hook's pocket watch, which features the hook on the back. And then Peter, Wendy, John, and Michael. I can't remember which one's John and which one's Michael. Oh no! I broke off a piece. That has been happening. I've been breaking off these 4x2s. The Queen of Hearts. Same. And then these are kind of cool. So you got Sleeping Beauty, which has... Which way did it go? This way? This way, yeah. Has a hidden compartment here for Maleficent. Then the book for Beauty and the Beast. It's actually supposed to be viewed this way. There we go. Has the rose, and Gaston can hide in there. And then Aladdin, if I remember correctly, that should work that way. There you go. Has a hidden compartment for Genie Jafar. And that's all 4 minifigs right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I mean, turned out great so far. Really like it. I've been having fun with it. Because of all the hidden traps and contraptions and stuff, I've been kind of like lost in what I'm building at times. And it's not really been frustrating, it's been more fun. Gave it that element of surprise. But yeah, we're gonna start with 235 today, and it's the Little Mermaid VHS tape. And we're finishing today, so I don't think it'll take the whole time, but oh, geez, that was not what I wanted. There it is. I've been trying to work. Actually, I can show you guys. This was the prototype, which I realized wasn't going to work, but it turned out cool on the one side. I've been working on some poker chips, and I got our right there. I got the Quackin' symbol on there. I told you guys I was going to work on that, but then the other side was supposed to be the logo, and that didn't really turn out for a few reasons. Apparently I need a thinner I do need to use a thinner font, and then just different layering things didn't work out. Some of them were too thin, some were too thick. It's the whole thing. Did not work out too well on that side. Plus I think it detracts a little bit. So we're reworking it. I'm reworking it. Figure it out. Is a work in progress. I've been trying a few different things. I got a design I think I like. I got it if the print failed though, and I'm not dealing with it until after the stream. I need to clean the print bed. It just did not adhere the way it was supposed to. It's all good. That's a full one. It's supposed to. There's a version with a NFC chip, and I tried that one first. One, I don't have the right NFC chip to put in there. I don't think, but it wasn't sticking to what I put in there instead, which would have been similar to the stickers that I had, the NFC stickers I had. It wasn't sticking, so I don't know how to do it. I gotta figure that out. I mean, I've inserted stuff before and printed. I haven't had a problem. I don't know. This was just too smooth. Maybe I was supposed to like prep it with glue or something. I don't know. Nicholas, you got 100 subscribers on YouTube, dude. Let's freaking go! Dude, congratulations. That is awesome, dude. That is like the first step of a wonderful journey. Hope you stick with it. That's amazing. I love that for you. Dude, that's awesome. I don't know why I was wrong about it. There we go. I got thrown off. I was too excited. Hey, there we go. Remember, if you build this, rewind the tape when you're done. Oh man, that'd be fun if this came with a little pencil, so you could rewind the tape. Oh no, that was cassette tapes. Could you do a VHS tape? I never tried. I never tried. My family had the video rewinder thing, and I wasn't allowed to use it because they thought I'd root a tape somehow. Which is, I mean, really a lack of trust there. Because if that thing's gonna ruin a tape, it's gonna ruin it on its own. It's nothing you did. Alright, this is going a little too fast. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I think we got everything. Yeah, we do. Okay. Inverted. Nice. Okay. And this goes. Where does this go? That part of it. Today's your last day of spring break? Aw, man, I'm sorry. Did you guys do testing before you left? Or you guys gotta do... Our testing is this week. That's why I'm asking, because it's like they've been back for a week and then their testing is this week. I always hate testing. It's so obnoxious. I grabbed 2 of everything because I'm a moron. That first, yeah. Let's just put everything back that we don't need. I'm excited. I'm excited to see this done. I kind of want to see everything get pulled together. I gotta change that. I do not have a new video. My anticipation got the Show it placed. Oh yeah, all the way back there, I say. I see that. Didn't even know that was the case. Brickman Mosaics, grab him first. Welcome on in. Glad you're here. How you doing?
Watch out, here I come.
Hello there.
It's onto something or something gets pushed through this one. You don't know. You know, this is something you normally don't have to do with regular Lego. This is more something that I've dealt with Technic, is where you have to like maneuver a piece into position. You gotta dip down and lock it in. That's it's normally a Technic thing. It's weird. It's weird to have it on a brick. And on an official Lego set. I think maybe we've done that on some kind of mock. Yeah, normally a Lego set, it's not really... You don't do all the maneuvering. You lock it in, you got this thing. That's cool. Heading to church. But once I'm home, registering for Bricks Cascade. Nice. Nice. Where's Bricks Cascade at? That it's gonna be fun. I know I hear good things. I just don't know where everything's at. Portland, Oregon. Ooh, nice. That should be fun. That should be pretty fun, actually. Yeah, we really only do Brick World, but I mean, it's because it's local for us. Kind of like one of those, like, it's not too much skin off my back, like, kind of thing. I need to... There we go. You don't realize how intricate. I didn't realize how intricate.
Tight, yeah! Blue, yellow, pink! Whatever, man, just keep bringing me that.
I don't even know who you are.
Whoa! Damn, man, look at that, look!
I knew it.
I love that one. Nicholas said, I went to the park to play basketball. Nice, dude. Nice. What I was starting to say is, like, you know, I've never built a VHS tape before. I didn't realize it was this complicated. Then again, like, it had to open and be able to go onto the reel to get the film that was in it. Didn't know that was gonna happen. That's dope. Or in this case, tight. Man. Yeah, dude, I saw that one day and I was like, I gotta have it. At least the parts I can show. And it still works, so I was happy. Okay. There. Yeah, so unfortunately, I know I said I was originally going to do a stream last Thursday or Friday, or last couple days. I wasn't able to, obviously. But next week is Easter, so I won't be streaming Sunday. So I am going to be streaming either Thursday or Friday this week. Imagine if Lego makes a Lego instruction booklet out of Lego. That'd be a terrible. Why are you doing this to me? Nicholas, what you really gotta go is, what you really have to do is go, imagine if they made you build the instructions so then you could build the set. Really mess with you. Like, yeah, you can build this anytime you want, but you gotta build the instructions first. That's what they got. That's what they got to do. They got to stop making those other jigsaw puzzles, and they have to make the instructions jigsaw puzzles. That's the ticket. That's what they got to do. What in the hell? Oh, okay. Okay. Dang it, Bobby. One flaw. That there's only one of these. Hold on. I'm losing my mind. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me cook. Let me cook. I know what to do. I know what to do. Give me a second. Jesus. I did it wrong, but did it right. Maybe that's what happens when you have your brain half on something. I don't know. Half focus. Okay. So lock's down on that side now. That's in place. Okay. 260. Punch this guy. Okay. This guy, you don't even lock down. I don't like that you don't lock down that side yet. Let's get that done in the next step. Yay! That was step one for me. Let's lock it in. All of the day. But yeah, so I will be streaming Tuesday normal, and then either Thursday or Friday. What are the dates? Maybe there's a no. Do I have anything going on? Oh, I know. Probably wouldn't help to look on my computer. Probably helps to look better on a calendar on my phone, or keep a calendar. Imagine that, keeping a calendar at all times. It's crazy. I'll confer with the other half. I think Friday's the one though. I think Friday's the one. And we're gonna work on testing out my duck, I think. I got my finalized duck design. We need to make sure it works. Well, if it works, it's my finalized duck design. Otherwise, I need to make modifications. But we'll do that. We'll build that on stream and see if it fits. And see, yeah, if it works, everything's good. Then we can move forward with the rest. Now, see, what they need to do is they need to now build a VCR to play with tape. Coming soon to VHS and Disney DVD. That's what you'd always hear in the early 2000s. G Monkey, welcome on in, G Monkey. How you doing, buddy?
Watch out, here I come.
It's your primitive plan yet.
Ah.
Hello there.
Hold on, one number on my Brixplorian, welcome on in.
Here I am.
Watch out, here I come.
You guys having brunch? That was too conveniently timed. You two have brunch? Ah, Brixplorian claims second. We still got third open. How do we still have third open? There's enough people here. Oh, come on. Fire a bracket. There it is. Nope, you're at home? Okay. Alright. It's all upside down, but I think I got all the pieces. Okay. Got that. God, I gotta try to do this carefully. Oh, now it's switched back, so now it's on a different picture. Drag it over here. That looks right. That looks right. Okay. Three of them. Gotcha. Why is it round? So I don't hurt myself? I don't remember them being round. They had sharp corners. By the way,
Execute Order 66.
that was the by the way. Gray one. Execute order. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. Brixplorian, you're at home. I'm at that pizza place we all went to and might need to stop at my happy place after. Family party. Place like we all went? They had the book signing when we were there? That place? I don't know why I'm so like, but I am, so deal with it. Oh. Okay. I'll bite. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, there's a white sheet here. Slides into place. What's going on?
Nice.
Clearly tell I never took apart a VHS tape in my life, because I would not be. As confused as I am right now. Oh, jeez. Those dang ducks again. Was that your Sims impersonation? Speaking Simlish for 5 minutes. Could be. I don't know. Oh, I never had a Sim. Press. Hey! There we go. That's a lot of ducks! That's a lot of ducks for not even a half hour. You guys are doing great. To be honest, you guys are doing freaking great. Do you remember though, we're raising money for charity today. Do I need to do ducks for charity or something? Is that the thing? Do we need ducks for charity? Is that what's gonna get this going? I can add it in. I can add it in. $1 a duck. Oh God. Do 1 and then do 40. Okay. We got 3 of these bad boys. 6. That's 6. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Brackets. Check. Okay. Do an assembly line thing here. Alright. we go. That can only go on one way. So, there we go. Perfect. This. 70, I have no freaking clue. And 4. Alright, we also came up with a date for the birthday subathon. It is going to be Sunday, April 27th. April 27th. So it's a normal stream day, but we're going longer.
Goodness gracious.
I think we're going to start at noon like usual, and then we're going to run into the evening because we don't want to... I would have done like a Saturday one, but that is when Brooks O'Brien is doing his Kickstarter launch for the new Gamer's Guide book. So I didn't want to overlap with that. So we're doing the Sunday. Because we can't do the next Sunday because that's May the 4th. Like actual May the 4th. Which means all my Lego will be purchased from Lego.com because I will not be able to go on May 1st, if I even am able to get anything. Not sure on that yet either. I'm not as concerned about that. It's got to be the right way because they made it so that the colors line up, so you know if you screwed up or not. Ducks, give me a 3-minute plain cold. Now they'll do you better. They'll do you a 5-minute plain cold after they run. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Something ain't right. I used one. Hold on. Let's pop this off. I used one. Yes. Okay. One before that. It's here. Yeah. I didn't do it there, but then it doesn't reach. I guess it does. Hold on. I know what I did wrong. I'm just confused how I did it wrong. It looked right. There. There. Now all my pieces are gone. Okay, I guess it looks more right. And then does this look... Okay, so I removed a stud, so I put that back. Oopsie doodles. Okay. Okay, I guess, yeah, because it was lower there. Okay, cool. I did screw something up. Alright, back 12. Sip on. Beautiful. Oh look, we got a beautiful. We got the butthole piece. anybody's got a tiger or moose laying around, I got you. Or any Lego animal. We could just add one in. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Nicholas wants the ducks to give him a 12-minute squat hold. Jesus Murphy. That sounds awful. And then Brixplorium. I love leftovers for lunch because it's like I'm going to Old Country Buffet. I have a taco, a slice of pizza. All you have to do now is have a sundae for dessert. And yeah, you basically saved yourself $40-something. If it even is $40. I don't even know. I know most of them close down. They're like $40 when they close down. I don't know if there's any around and if the price went up. I have... Okay, we have to talk about this because we're talking about buffets right now. There is a Super China buffet near me. On my life, I do not know how this place is still open. Okay? In my life, in my almost 35 years of life, I have been there a few times. Okay? As a child and as a teenager, and quite frankly, probably not over the age of 20. Didn't go very often, but anytime I went, the food was not very good. Someone had to talk me into going because they love the Super China buffet. And every time, that was the end of my day because I had to spend the rest of the day at home. Fill in the blanks. Now, you could say, oh, Bender, you have a weak stomach. Well, I'm not the only one. Because on numerous occasions, this restaurant has been closed for months. Weeks. Months. On numerous occasions over the years. And they like put like they'll put the brown paper over the windows and everything, make it look like they're renovating. And then one day you're just going by and they're open again. But nothing changed. Say, like, they didn't renovate anything. They got closed down because of health code violations. How do you have... How have you gotten that many code violations and they don't make you, like, one, I thought at some point they just shut you down and you can't open back up. Yeah, that location, hold on, the one by me? That location made national news when they did an investigation on unsanitary conditions at buffet, and that was in the 90s. Well, that was when I was a kid. The Brickyard one? The Brickyard Super China buffet. I did not know that, but holy crap. Yeah, like, I don't know how this place keeps... Trust me, it didn't end in the 90s. I had to go there like 2009, 2010 or something. And my friend literally had to drag me there. It's like, I love that place. And I'm like, oh, I don't like that place. I always get sick. Yeah, and the Melrose Park one as well. Ugh. Ugh. No one, trust me, that was the last time. Like, no one's ever going to talk me into going there again. I don't care how much you tell me they cleaned up my act, or cleaned up their act, or whatever. Like, no. Nope, I will just...
When this baby hits 88,
I will pay for Chinese per dish from a place that I know is not going to screw me over. So bad. Ugh. I need. There we go. I love that for stability. Yeah, that place just absolutely disgusts me. But I mean, it still raises the question: is like, how do they keep opening? It's the same place. Like, at some point, pack it in, man. Are you really telling me you make more money keeping it open? Damn. Than the ungodly amount of fines and probably lawsuits that you get? The memorable scene from that news report was the guy that dropped the noodles on the floor and scooped them.
Hello there.
Jarbos, welcome on in. I'm sorry, I had to stop myself dead because Trevor is telling me about a news report from a restaurant that I already didn't like by me. Because over the years, the very few times I've gone there, I've always gotten sick. And he's like, oh yeah, in the 90s, they did a news report there. And then he said something disgusting. No, he stopped talking to drink water. I stopped talking to drink water, so I got the nauseous feeling out my face. That's what I did. Because I knew Mountain Dew was not gonna make it better. Ugh. Ugh. That is disgusting. I mean, that makes the stuff from Waiting just seem tame. That's his foot. Foot. Well, I'll follow that up. Time to call the Cube Army. I don't know what that means. Now this was before I was general manager, and this was food being prepared for the staff. The old general manager was making us food. He was making some kind of chicken dish. Which, I mean, really, I think it was just like, you know, just like really basic, a little seasoning, threw some onions and green peppers on the grill for flavor. But he's making the food for us, and he's got gloves on, but then he like smashes down the stuff in the trash and goes back to making the food. And like I said, I saw it. I'm not gonna stay quiet about it. I'm like, hey man, just like totally knows unintentional or whatever, but you I'm like, the food you're making, you smashed down the garbage and then like went back to doing that. And then he like argues like, no, I only use this hand and whatever. And I'm like, hey, listen, once again, not trying to start anything with you, but it was both. It was both. And then he goes, no, I only use this hand. And then went and did it again. But then went and used that hand on the food. And I was like, well, now you just did it. Why didn't the square spawn in? I don't know. But like, he did it again. And then like, and I was like, well, now you did it. He's like, no, I didn't do anything. I still didn't use it. I was like, dude, I'm watching you. And so at that point, I just was like, all right, so guys, I'm going to tell you right now that he just made for you. And I'm like, I went the nice way about it. Because you could have stopped, washed up, put something else on, fine. But you're going to be stubborn and get people sick, potentially? No. Like there's like raw, like there's the parchment paper from raw patties and stuff in there. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. We're not the Super China buffet here, okay? I'm like, I like, there's like, I know he didn't like me. Not being paranoid, he actively tried to do things to get me fired. A lot. And like spin stuff so it may look like I did something, and I'm like, no. But that's a whole new level. You're willing to get people sick? An Uber Eats guy ate your chicken wings? Dude, don't get me started with that kind of stuff. That's... Oh, hey, 300! Look at that, 300. We only got 46 more steps left. That's good stuff. Uber's a whole nother thing. You never know what you're gonna get. I've had people multiple times, by the way. I've had people pick up my food and then never deliver it, and they send like 4 people to go get the food. And then, they don't just go like, oh, we'll have the restaurant remake it for you. It's like, no. We'll refund you within 7 to 9 days if we owe you a refund. I'm like, you owe me a refund. I didn't get my food. You know that you didn't give me my food. You changed drivers. And they canceled. I've definitely had where, like, I'm pretty sure the person stole things out of my bag. Or, like, kept the drinks for themselves. I've also gotten... There was one time someone came to my door with completely different food and a different name on there, and I go, I'm sorry, this isn't my order. Well, that's what they gave me. Right, but it's not my food. I'm like, the receipt right here in the sealed bag says someone else's name. I need you to go get my food. No, I just keep it. I don't know what you want me to do with it. What? I'm like, what? Like, I know you can't take it back to the restaurant. Like, I know that the restaurant can't serve it. It's gone out, but go get my food. We're not marking this as delivered. Like, and okay, fine. They gave you the wrong food. You don't want to go back. Not marking it as delivered. You did not deliver my food. And I'm like, and cop an attitude with me. I'm just the one who placed the order and paid the money. I didn't make this. I didn't hand you the bag. It was not my responsibility to check to make sure that you grabbed the right food when you left. That's your job. Just like when I worked at the restaurant, which, I mean, at this time I did. It was my job to make the food that the person ordered correctly, put it into a bag and give the correct food to the correct driver. But in that whole thing, they are supposed to check.
Shut up and take my money.
Person spam my comments on a short. I don't know why, dude. They'll do stuff like that. You'll get used to it. People are weird, man. I have people who, on my old tech videos, will say something like, that's not. It's always about the.
Baby hits 88 miles per hour. You're gonna see some serious shit.
It's always about the either about my Pokemon auto catcher video, from which I had the original model sent to me from the company, which was always on. They're like, oh, the battery will last up to a month, but it's always on. There was no on-off switch where you could just not waste battery when you didn't want to use it. It's great that it's available when you want to use it, but if you know you're not going to be playing Pokemon Go that day, why would you want this thing to be on? So that was one of the things that I said it doesn't have. I showed it, and I was like, that would be something I would like in a future version. Well, the one time a company listens, they did it. And then all of a sudden I'm getting comments, it does have this. Why are you I was like, at some point I just started saying you're welcome. Because I was like, I'm done. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Just you're welcome. Okay. I am the reason you got the thing. There it is. I'm gonna toot my own horn. Beep beep. I don't do it often, but that one was wild. And then there's another one. I did a few videos on it. It's Cloudflare put out an app that on your phone will change the DNS, which without going to blah blah blah. If you type in a web address, DNS is the thing that takes the words you typed and finds what IP address, the numbers, the 4 groups of numbers up to 3 things each, that goes to. It finds the server that you're actually trying to find. And they had this whole list of things that what their app does and why it does it. And I will have people come out and tell me that I'm absolutely wrong. In no way is this how this ever looks or how this works. And I'm like, no, but it is. And this video showed, did you watch the video? And then originally it came out, and when it came out, the app didn't work right. And I was like, well, don't use this. I'm like, they're talking about it. It doesn't work. It has a lot of bugs and stuff. And then a week later, they put out an update and it fixed those things. So then I did another one and I was like, okay, well, hey, these things work now. For these use cases, this is a good idea.
It was at this moment that he knew.
They also provide some kind of a VPN, but not really. But the main thing was this was built for Wi-Fi and mobile networks, because when all these protocols for the internet and everything in the DNS and the TCP stack and all that stuff, they weren't made with these things in mind. And one of the examples that they provided. They're like, most of the time it's negligible, but like if you're using your phone over Wi-Fi, your microwave if it's running could corrupt the data. Like you could get drop packets and not notice it, but sometimes it could mess it up in just the right way. And they're like, this adds protections to that. Like this adds protections to keep the data valid, the way it's intended to be sent. And then I got someone, that is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, I provided the screenshots from the example. And then another guy, like I said, this was years ago that I made this video. I had a guy just recently watch like the second to last one. And sit there and tell me that like that's not how DNS works. So this and that. I'm like I don't know what kind of moron would ever say this. And I'm just like, and like the stuff he was saying, I was like, oh, maybe maybe he watched this video. And I'm like, you know, I know I said something and I corrected in the next one. And it wasn't that even a correction. It was just like I didn't say it clear enough. It was more of those like, I know what I'm talking about kind of things, and I didn't make sure that everybody knew what I was talking about. But I was like, and I'm like, wait, no, this is the video that says it correctly. I'm like, that very clearly explains what this. I'm like, what the hell? And then, so I went in the comments, I explained it to him. And just keeps like harping on this stuff. And I'm like, bud, did you actually watch the video? Because what you just said was covered right here and like provided timestamps. And then he still just kept going, and I was like, all right, obviously, I'm like, he's either a troll trying to get a rise out of me, or he's a complete effing moron. Or both. And I was like, not gonna engage anymore. It was beyond stupid. And then one of my recent, no. It wasn't on one of my recent videos. It was recently someone commented on a video and they're like, video starts at like 4 minutes 58 seconds or something like that. And I'm like, that seems really long. I'm like, I know I like give a little spiel and stuff. I was like, that doesn't seem right. And actually, you know, I don't even think it was 4. I think it's something worse than that. Hold on, let me look. It's still, oh, I deleted it, that's right. Because it was wrong. Let me see if I can see anything with it. I had deleted just because it was so off. I was like, I provide many different details in this time. Oh, here, the notification is still here. Starts at 9 minutes and 54 seconds. It is a 12-minute long video. So they're saying only 2 minutes of my video was relevant. And it wasn't even the relevant part. It compared like 4 different Pokemon Go catchers and all the features. It showed how to update them. Like, it was kind of a comprehensive thing, and it was probably one of my most viewed videos. Once again, BP. Like 9 minutes 54 seconds. I was like, dang, I covered a lot in this time. I'm like, you know, maybe like, you know, cover the first couple minutes when I'm giving, if you know why you're here and what you're doing, yeah, skip ahead to which, by the way, I have chapters on all these. So, you know, you could easily go to exactly what you need, which one you wanted to look at. If you were looking to update, they have the chapters. You could skip around in the timeline. You could go down to the description and click to go to the exact spot you want. You know, that's how YouTube chapters work. It was like 10 minutes. I was like, literally, I think the only thing I went with was, at the end, I was like, overall, this is my suggestion. Like, for how I use my, how I need to use this, or how I play Pokemon Go, this is what I get. But in there, I gave literally like every feature of the devices, the shortcomings, and even in what use cases you'd probably want to use what device. I think they just picked out the one that they probably weren't even looking to get one. They probably, and I know this from other tech YouTubers, a lot of people will go into your comments and stuff or watch your video to validate the purchase that they already made. And then, in which case, if you don't validate that the purchase they already made, or because they only came there for that one thing, they feel like you've now wasted their time with the other stuff, they'll comment in there and, like, you know, chew you out or whatever to make themselves feel better for, in your opinion, telling them that they wasted their money. Like, literally. I'm like, it's like, you know, these are reviews so that way you make an informed purchase. We're not here to make you feel good about the money you spent. We're here to provide you with our experience. You know, just like a Lego set. It's the same thing with a Lego set. Like, hey, you know, this set cost this much money. This is how I felt about it. Here's the shortcomings of the set. Here's the things I liked. If you already bought the stupid thing, built it all, have it on your shelf, shut up. This is for the guy that didn't buy it yet. This is the one on the fence, like, oh, you know, that seems like a lot of money for that. I wonder if it's worth it. That's what that's for. Not for you to feel good about the money you already spent. You already screwed up. You spent the money. You're done. It's over. All right, go home. Yeah, it's like the end of Ferris Bueller. What are you still doing here? Yeah, I could rant for that for hours. Just the dumb things I've seen in comments on mine and other people's channels. And you know, I used to leave stuff up for just like, you know, they didn't say anything, you know, racist or detrimental to someone else's beliefs or something. So I'm like, you know, opinions that come, I don't care, whatever. But now I just delete them. If they're completely like just stupid, I just delete it. I might engage for a second, but if they come back, if I provide facts, not opinions, facts, and they come back spewing nonsense, it's like, and I'm sorry to say it, it's like trying to explain to your, you know, it's like trying to explain something to your Trump supporting uncle kind of thing. No matter what you say, whatever they think is right, you're not going to win. You're not going to say anything that's going to magically change their life. All you can do is...
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Do you like not really? They never understand. All you can do at that point is like make sure they don't poison the well, kind of thing. Like, I'm gonna get this out of here before other people like them see this. That's the approach I take. Like, yep, we're just gonna do that before they find their fan base. And this gets out of hand. I know, I mean, for me, because I never really covered stuff like this, but dear God, that would be the, I wonder if they're still like that, because I haven't watched the one in a while. The Samsung folks, though. They'd call themselves the Samsung Knights. And it'd be literally, here's how it'd go. iPhone would come out. As many tech YouTubers have told, last bag, that's right. Number 13. Unlucky number 13, but thank God it's on a Sunday. So it's not going to be as bad. But this is the last bag. After this, we are done with it. It's only 1 o'clock. Holy cow. I'm going to have to find something else. I'm going to have to find something to build. But, I know, like an iPhone review would come out, or not even a review, a first look. Because you can't really do a review if you just got the phone. Unless you're Marquez, who's had the phone for a couple months already.
Watch out, here I come.
But, they would, like, yeah, they do, like, you know, do a first look or whatever. And they'd immediately be in the comments, this phone is trash. How, you're a shill. They pay you. You know, they paid you to say this stuff. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Apple doesn't pay anyone to review their phones. And then, yeah. Then, several months later, when the new Samsung, one of the new Samsung devices comes out, even if you say you like it, if you poo-poo on anything that the phone does or anything, they will call you an Apple shill, regardless if you did an Apple review or not. You're an Apple shill. You're the worst. This phone is amazing. You don't know what you're talking about. And then, like, that's me being nice. There are, like, there were threats that people made to people, like, over these phones. Like, what are, I forget who came out with the video, but they're like, I think it was Painfully Honest Tech, and he's like, no, it wasn't Painfully Honest Tech. No, it might have been. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. It's been a long time, but someone made a video about, like, brand loyalty. And for the life of me, I can't remember who put it out. It's been such a long time. But they're like, brand loyalty. None of these people care about you. Like, you know that, right? Like, if you were gone tomorrow, the CEO of Samsung isn't going to be at your funeral. Alright? Tim Cook isn't going to be at your funeral. Like, they just want your money. They don't care. One way or... That looks good. I can't believe I got that on there pretty good the first time. Look at that. VHS 1989. That's when the Little Mermaid came out, yeah. 1989. I was not alive yet. I was but a glimmer of hope. I was a twinkle in my father's eye, as I believe they say. Never used that term before, so I don't know. But yeah, I wasn't there yet. Maybe the next year. I think my Disney release was like Aladdin or something. Like that might have been, someone would have to look into it, but like I think like the first animated Disney movie after 1990 and further was like Aladdin. Which I think came out in 1992. Not sure even there. I have what I just did. That's all right. I need a grill. Okay, there we go. Locking it all in. Looking pretty good. There's actually, I mean, I guess there's a bunch more to it, but it looks almost done. Craziness. 20 steps.
Hello there.
Spicy Chipmunk. Hello, how are you? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We're working on the Disney Villain Icon set, and we're also raising money for Project Hope. I am putting Lego in my beard for charity. We have pink frogs and botanicals and clouds. We have the spicy kitty here that you could do. Hearts that I'll put your name on. Minifigs I'll put your name on and wear them for every thumbnail and stream till the end of the month. Up to and including my birthday subathon on the 27th. This is a tough one because you have to get it past the studs here. Pop it in. There we go. Got it. My birthday is not on the 27th. It's on the 30th. But that's during the week, so we're doing it on the 27th. Because, you know, I don't have to take off work to stream all day. But yeah, like I said, the important part right now is we're raising money for Project Hope. That's just a perk of if you help support Project Hope. Is that, hey, when I do this on there, you know, it'll be there it is. That's the one. You're on the 26th? Nice. Very nice. Do I know anybody else that's on the 26th? I don't think so. I don't think I know any other 26th people. Oh, maybe I do. My buddy's wife. Her birthday's always around mine. Well, obviously, because your birthday doesn't change. Her birthday is around mine. I can't remember the exact day. You know. Because I don't have to remember her birthday. That's his job. We need number 11. Okay. Nicholas, you said your brother's birthday is on the 29th? I have a cousin that's on the 29th. that was funny at one point too, because she called me out. She's like, "You never wished me a happy birthday," and I was like, yes, I did. And she's like, "No." Like, "No, you didn't." And I was like, "No, yeah, I totally did." I'm like, "I have it right here." And then she's like, "Oh, I changed my number." And I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, "You clearly haven't told me happy birthday." She's like, "Oh, yeah." And then, like, yeah, the next year, by the way, I get a text from a random number, "Happy birthday," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much. Who is this, though?" And it's like, "It's your cousin Caitlin." I'm like, "Yeah, you still didn't give me your birthday, or you still didn't give me your phone number. Now I have it. Happy belated birthday." She's like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense why you didn't text me yesterday." I go, "Yep." Like, it does seem to add up. Like, I can't contact you. It doesn't work out. I love these. I love these little stills here. Pick some good random scenes throughout the movie. Hold on. Got one more. Okay, let's take a little closer look here. So, you got, obviously, the iconic, you know, singing on the rock while the wave crashes over her. I believe it's something, there's a statue under the water that she, like, holds on to. Obviously, Sebastian and Flounder popping up to, like, talk to her and stuff. I think that's when she turned into a human at first. Here's her fixing her hair at the dinner table with the fork because Scuttle told her, is it a humdinger? But he's like, "Oh yeah, they use it for combing their hair." Yes, Kiss the Girl. And then obviously at the end of the movie when Ursula gets King Trident's powers and like tries to destroy the ship and everything. There's the glare. Sorry, there's the glare. Good stills. Pretty good stills. Is there anything I would have used instead? Probably not. And then I haven't shown you that yet. But look at it, it's got minifigure Ursula. Oh yeah, everybody's minifigure. I don't know why I didn't think they were. Of course it's Lego, it's gonna all be minifig. Stupid. Stupid. Yeah. Aha. I wonder if this is gonna have a... I wonder if this is gonna have a hinge. I mean, I do see 2 hinge plates. Because this is the part of the tape that flaps open, obviously, to reveal the tape that's underneath. Tape's been rewound too, clearly. It's bigger on the side. Aw, man. It's like 5 minifig stands. Those have been good. Those would have been good. This is gonna go. So 1 and 2. There, perfect. Positively perfect. I think soon's where my answer's gonna be. My question. Answer.
You never know what is going to come through that door.
What came through that door? It's Nathan Builds Things, everybody. Welcome on in, Nathan. How you doing? I totally dropped a piece and don't know where it went. I flung that sucker. Where did it go? Is that it? I think that's it. There we go. You know, just launching Lego across the floor. It's always good. Nathan, I was showing the group earlier. Working on poker chips. Got this side turned out really good. This one didn't. I'm reworking it. I got all kinds of issues. I got the text is too smush. Some other text didn't show up, even though I like made a cavity. I gotta rework it. I made a different back design, but the print failed, so I was going to work on it again after this. I still feel like we don't know how to put the NFC tag in. I don't know if there's a specific kind of one that I need that's going to adhere okay to the PLA, or if I need to like apply glue to something. It just slipped right off when I tried it the first time. So for the prototyping, I just did full. It's just filled. There's no cavity. But yeah, I was like really disappointed. That's a good way to lock them together. Yeah, the one side turned out perfect. It was exactly how I wanted it. It's just the face down side. I don't know. Stuff down here to do. That's why. Okay. Oh, wow. We only got a few steps left. All right, yeah. So after this, I'm definitely going to be grabbing something because we need to build. There's a hinge one. The last one didn't have a hinge though, did it? No. Oh, they just like wanted to add in another step here? Oh, no, no, no. Okay, okay. So you can lock it in. That makes sense. So you gotta slide it on this way. Take the other one and put it on over here. There we go. Okay. And there. Ooh, yeah. That's that one. Boom. Stand it up, you could drop it. Does it still open easily? It opens a little bit still. You gotta force it though. Nice. And then yeah, start stacking stuff on. The apple has a place to sit. Card can go on here too. And then the stopwatch is the only one that doesn't have a spot, but you just throw it in front. Just like that. That looks great. And that, like, if you have a Disney display, if you have a, you know, just a spot on your, if you still have a DVD Blu-ray collection, fantastic. Oh, the ducks! Wiz! How you doing, Wiz? It's been a minute. 9 ducks. Only 9. Those are rookie numbers for you guys. Well, once we start getting these, once we get this poker coin thing situated, we'll figure out something. But yeah, I like this. This was good for getting a sale price. All right, that is it for that one. Let me go. Give me a couple minutes here, folks. Get this situated and pick another little set to build. Fill some more time. Because we got done with that way too early. So, be right back.
Fine, but I'm not wearing pants.
hot diggity dog.
All right, I am back. We are gonna build this lovely little set right here, which I won from our good friend Explorium there, right there.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Don't know if that's working. I don't think it is. But yeah, we got this right here. It was a prize on his channel. If you're not following Explorium, what are you waiting for? But yeah, I think it was a fun little thing. There's of course. There you go. There's the build info for the new set. And let's do it. I think this should be sufficient to fill our time. It looks like a fun little set. And you know, spring is sprung. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it the cool guy way, which I think I've only successfully done once. But if you do it this way, it's like a little box. Keeps your things together. Let's see if I did it right. Okay, that's loose. Let's go to the other two sides. Yeah, I can do that. Do it that way. Never cut towards yourself. This is a do as I say, not as I do scenario, because I always find it so much easier. I did something wrong. It should work. Yeah, I cut into it wrong, but it works, kind of. There we go. You're looking at your copy right now? Nice. I might put this on my desk at work. Oh, the tiny ones don't come with QR codes? So sad. So sad. We got a base. We got 2 1s, 2 2s, and a 3. $232 pieces, not bad at all. Sure, we're gonna need that right away. All right. You're gonna revoke my totem chip? Okay, go ahead. Do it. Do it.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
For those that don't know what a totem chip is, it's a card that you get in Boy Scouts after learning proper knife handling procedures, which involves things such as stretching out your arm and making a circle, and that there should be no one in this circle other than you. Blade always pointed away from you. Never cut towards, always cut away. Stuff like that. Now, I'm not one to say anybody's wrong, but I would often find myself in a situation where I would get myself a little designated area, and other people would start walking into my area. And then you know, you get in trouble. Like, oh, well, they were here. You shouldn't have been. Shouldn't have been. Shouldn't have. You know, walked into my area. It's not like I walked in here and I went. Jeh! Like, you know. I'm working on, you know, whittling whatever, and I want them to leave. I asked them to leave. Get out of my space. They don't need to be here. Alright, and this goes like... Explorer says, I remember earning that and being excited to go to the trading post to buy my first official BSA knife with the money parents sent with me for that purpose. Nice. I got that. My dad was always very eager to buy me. He later regretted this, but he was always very eager to buy me pocket knives and Leatherman tools and stuff. There's a lot of gifts were nice. At some point I had a Gerber, which that's the one. That's the one where the knife gifting stopped. Gerber knife. I don't know if this case is still at the time, but it was really nice. It had a black coated blade. It's really useful, really nice. But what you shouldn't do, but it was also kind of good for it, was throwing a knife. And yeah, I got pretty good at throwing that knife, and I ended up having to pay for a new closet door at some point. Don't ever do that. You may think it's fun, but when you have to pay hundreds of dollars to replace a door, that's when you realize that this is the time Nicholas should be playing that one clip. Don't do that.
2 hours later.
Not that one. That one doesn't work for this. No, we're talking about...
It was at this moment that he knew.
So you graduated to a Gerber Gator later when I was on staff and went to Farm Fleet. Good times, good times. Good times. Good time. Yeah. I gotta get it. At some point I wanna buy another Gerber. That was a nice night. I miss it. Now I actually just have a bunch of dull pocket knives and stuff because I don't have a sharpening stone, so I never use them. Like I tried opening a letter the other day and it didn't work out. That's how dull they are. I'm very ashamed of myself. Of course, every year you came home with a new pair of moccasins and a pocket knife. I never made myself moccasins. I don't think I ever did the moccasins. I did the basket weaving kit. Pocket knife. Mostly I just blow. At camp, mostly I just blow my money on slushies. I'd get some stuff, but like camp gear, whatever. I didn't buy. I might have got one of my knives there. I swear I have a Boy Scout pocket knife somewhere. I think I have a Boy Scout Swiss Army knife somewhere. Unless that was one of the ones I got. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually have a moccasin kit that I have to put together, and I bought rubber soles to attach to the bottom. Ooh! So they're like kind of useful? Nice. I feel like I have a couple knives that are missing. Because I don't remember getting rid of them. I know there's some that I definitely got rid of, because I like broke the tip of the knife off pretty bad. One of them being my Gerber. My Boy Scout pocket knife and my Leatherman tool. Actually, no. I don't think I'm missing my Leatherman tool. I think the one I have in the drawer is my Leatherman tool. Ah, the fancy BSA knife. I had just the basic single-bladed BSA knife. I didn't have the... Hold on. There were multiple versions, okay? There was the... Here's the knife. There was... Here's a knife and a couple other things, which is the one I have. And then there's the one that's like an inch thick. That weighs like 6 pounds. And it has every tool imaginable that you're never gonna be able to actually use because they are not like most of them are not just not useful in this pocket knife. Like you'd really have to be in a dire situation and know how to correctly use this for it not to break almost immediately. You got the one with a spoon and a fork? See, I never had a spoon and a fork one. I never had the spoon and the fork one. Too rich for my blood. But yeah, I gotta find it. I think my BSA knife should be in a leatherwork. In the leatherwork pouch. Should be in there. I gotta find it. But yeah, the Swiss, the Leatherman tool, I think is my actual Leatherman tool. I don't think it's my cheap. I got a cheap one from selling popcorn at some point that I only liked because it had a flashlight, and the flashlight was just as bad as the rest of it. But I have my grandpa's like buck knife. I have the Boy Scout version of that knife that I got for Eagle, which I think it's an Eagle knife. Well, that can't be right because that's the lowest spot that I have. Like that shows that. Oh no. Hold on. Do I? Oh, that's why. There we go. Goes back here. Now it makes sense. I knew it wasn't right. 'Cause I was wrong. I was horribly mistaken. But yeah, that was fun. Wing. You got a flashlight, a bedroll, and a BSA Coleman tent for selling the most SOR tickets in the council, and I was a Bear Scout at that time, and the older SOR. And all the other counselors at that little Bear Cub Scout could beat them out. They're SOR tickets. What are SOR tickets? Because I don't think we did that. Yeah, I don't think we did that. Scouting on Review is the annual scouting convention that took place at Elite. Okay, we did not do that. Which is even... hold on, that's even funnier. Because a lot of our troop went to East Leiden. Like, a lot of our troop went to East and West Leiden. So that's funny that we didn't sell tickets to the event that was held at the... Yeah, we did not sell those. We did not sell those at all. We would... No, it was... Yeah, no. It was... 100%. The only council thing... Well, not even council. The only thing we sold that was like council or national level was the popcorn. Everything else we sold raised money just for the just for like troop fundraiser stuff. And most of that was like it helped pay for camp. And then, you know, because my dad went all out and, like, you know, made sure everybody at work bought some and everything. Plus, I'd go to the neighbors and down the street and whatnot, and the show and sells. I always had extra, so I'd get, like, if I get a new uniform or something, it was usually covered. We didn't have to pay anything out of pocket. They moved it to the National Guard base in Riverside after the two councils merged into... Oh, that's... Okay, so it was before my time, that's why. Because I was only ever a Des Plaines Valley Council member. Oh yeah? Fold the wings and it's done? So cute. So cute. That was Thatcher Woods. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes more sense now. That makes more sense now. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? We never once did that. Yeah, so we did popcorn. Then we would do wreaths. We would do wreaths. And then at some point, which was hilarious, they were like, we're not fundraising enough. We have to add another fundraiser. So we started selling frozen pizzas. And then we did that for 2 years. And they stopped because then we were then making too much money as a non-profit. They're like, yeah, we're making too much money. Can't do this anymore. I was like, well, you did smoked meats at Christmas, and I always giggle when someone would order a smoked butt. Yeah, we did wreaths. Honestly, I hated it. Like, popcorn, whatever. Yeah, I had to stand outside Dominic's when it was cold out. Sometimes. 'Cause remember, we'd always be selling popcorn between, like... I know Sweetest Day always fell in there. Sweetest Day always fell when we were selling popcorn. So I just remember being cold. The only reason I remember Sweetest Day is because they'd always remind us. And they'd be like, get your husband a bag of popcorn. He'll love it. You were 7 to be fair. Would it have made a difference? Would it have made any difference how old you were? Laughing at them ordering smoked butt? But, oh god, the wreaths were the worst. It was real, you know? Real evergreens. This wasn't fake plastic stuff. And you get them already wired to the frame and stuff. You wouldn't have to do that yourself. But they were plain and you would decorate them. Please buy this $50 tin of popcorn. Oh, let's talk about that yeah, we'll talk about that in 1 second. Let me get through this. Because that happened a lot. Not even for the $50 tin. But so that you get these like plain wreaths and garland and stuff. And Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, every year, they'd want you there at like 7:30 in the morning to put together all these wreaths. And you were in the River Grove Public Works, which was freezing because it's a garage normally, like trucks are parked in there, and like just busting your butt all day. Like you come home, your arm would be all broken out from the needles pricking you all day, and like it felt like arts and crafts time at that retirement home in Happy Gilmore. My fingers hurt. Oh yeah? Well, your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty. Like that's what it felt like. I did not enjoy that one bit. Oh, and then delivering wreaths to the houses that order them always seemed to take all day. Oh yeah. Yeah, that took forever. What else did we... What was the other thing that took forever? Oh. The canned food drive. That was an all-day fiasco for like... It was still for 2 separate weekends. So the first week you'd go out and you'd put up flyers. And you'd have to put flyers. Oh my god, no, hold on. It was not a 2-weekend event because for the 2 weeks leading up to it, the meetings would consist of you taking the flyer that they printed and stuffing them into grocery bags. And like really crappy grocery bags that were like impossible to open. You'd be spending most of the time going like this with the bag to try to get it open, to put the sheet in and then close. And then you had to stack those really nicely so that way you could go out on whatever weekend and hold on, I'm trying to see what I gotta do. Yeah. So that you could then deliver them door to door throughout the entire neighborhood. And it took forever. Like literally every house in River Grove got one of these. And then a couple weeks later, you'd have to go. Now, eventually, a few years of this happening, what we would originally do, and the thing that was said by everybody, was like an adult would make sure that you are, okay. This is what they did during the thing, so like slowly follow up the street and just slowly follow up the street and make sure, nobody tries to kidnap you or starts any crap with you being on their property, Could go either way at that point. It was the early 2000s. Now they would probably just yell at you through a Ring camera. But that's supposed to be like that? Zoom, yeah. No, you're an idiot, Mike. Hold on. How'd I do every single one of these wrong here? Not too big of a deal. So they'd have the kids walk down the street, down every block, which takes forever. And you're just looking for a house that has food on the doorstep, because they're supposed to leave it on the front porch in one of our bags, preferably with the flyer on it so that we definitely know it's ours. But you know, it's kind of safe to say that's for us. And that's a lot. That's really a lot, right? To have kids, like, you know, just do that. Great exercise, but you're exhausted. You've walked miles just in a neighborhood, like not even hiking down a trail. It's a waste of time. So, hey, we're halfway done. Yeah. So, my dad was a troop leader, and would go with, and I'd be in his car with whoever else. Well, we came up with after a few years, we developed a little plan. Had an SUV, leave the gate up, only going a couple miles an hour anyway. Drive down the street, one kid looks one way, one kid looks the other way. And then my dad kind of tries to glance, you know, when he can, mostly paying attention to the road and making sure he doesn't knock us out the car. And then we just let him know if we saw a house that had the food. So then he'd stop, you'd run out and get it, load it into the truck, load it into the car, and then keep going. It was fantastic. I also will tell you, we probably collected the most cans out of anybody in the troop every year. There was no prize or anything for that. It was just the job. But, like, you know, it was just the task at hand. But all those kids were exhausted. And, you know, I had feeling in my legs if I wanted to go out later that day. And I also wasn't collecting cans till 6 o'clock. It's a good time. All right, we should start a Kid Scout-like organization based in Lego so we could just have a blue and gold dinner. I miss multiple cheese casseroles and Jello whips. We did not have any cheese casseroles or Jello whips. Troop seems nice. Mine. Troop seem to make nice things. But you know what? Pinewood Derby races. Pinewood Derby races. That's it right there. Pinewood Derby races. That's all you need. Lego car races. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like Pinewood. Yeah, like Pinewood Derby. With Lego. Is that a 6 stud or an 8 stud? I'm trusting the process. Trusting the process. I'm building. Like barely. As long as it fits over the track. Oh, I thought maybe you knew how wide they gotta be to fit over the track. Because the wheels gotta go into the grooves. I thought maybe you knew. You don't have the answer, Sway. That's what I heard. That's what I heard at least. Got the answer, Sway. Yes, yes, build your nest. Doop, doop, doop. Two, and one. Flower time. Gonna go prep. All right, bub. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here today. Going well. See, I knew saving this was gonna be a good time. It's a cute little build. Fills just enough time to kind of, you know, doesn't get its own stream, but can't tell which way that goes though. Looks like the long one kind of goes out to the right here. I don't know if that matters down the line. Also, that one in the wrong slot. Here. So yeah, one more side to do after this too. Probably should have put that on first, huh? There we go. Okay. Interesting. We're not gonna follow the rules fully here, but there and there. Yeah, that seems right. And then just kind of trim this. Okay. Got him. Got them all? Got them all.
Watch out,
You
here
back.
I come.
Okay. Can't I actually screwed that one up. It only goes one way. Okay. Oh my. Lots of flowers going on there. All right. That's so many. There's 6. There's 8. There's 4. And 4. And 4. Wow. What's going on, guys? How are those ducks coming along?
Watch out, here I come.
You guys are doing great, and then you kind of fizzled. That's right, I said you're a fizzle. Hey everybody, this guy's a fizzle. And last one before we put them on. Okay. Now, what's the dealio? One here. Okay, another one here. And here. Okay. Okay. Kind of weird they got one of each left. Each left. Normally you don't have any of these. I don't know. Normally I don't feel like I get extras of these. That's why I feel like I missed something. But it's insane. Then I could even make a whole nother one here. Leftover pieces. Hold on to these, see if we can fill them in somewhere later. We'll find out right after this. Alright, and now the bird. That's a beautiful bird. The mine bird. Cute. Freaking cute. Bag number 3. Last bag. That's right. Now we're gonna get like 20-something steps out of this? That seems crazy. Nice, relaxing. And now we're already at 53. How did I jump so far? Got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Kidding. Tiny birds are so cute. Cute and quick. Holy crap. Baby bird, baby bird, baby bird. You're probably looking up at Mama, right? Yeah, probably looking up at Mama. Looking up at Mama Bird. And then we're gonna position that. That looks about right. Okay. Cute. And actually, looking at the picture, it shows it looking up anyway. So, did that right. Wow, I also put it... I'm doing a great job. I'm doing exactly what it shows. Without knowing what it shows. I feel like I'm doing extra, and it turns out.
Watch out, here I come.
That's right. Watch out, here I come. Birdie. Birdie, birdie, birdie. He's just done. This one's just done. He stays here. Okay. Next.
Execute Order 66.
Not yet.
No.
For those that don't know already, there is a Lego build and take event happening at Barnes & Noble's the weekend May 2nd through May 4th. That is Star Wars weekend. So it's kind of crazy that they're doing it, but there is a botanical.
The time has come.
Execute Order 67.
Yes, my lord.
No, no, not 67. Order 66. Execute Order 66. Yay! Whoa! Oh.
So there is a Lego Build and Take event at Barnes & Noble's the weekend of May 2nd through May 4th, which is, like I said, kind of crazy Star Wars weekend. But a lot of them are taking reservations for this. So if you go to Barnes & Noble events and find a store near you, you should be able to locate the event. Call them, get them signed up. I got D and I are signed up for one of ours. And yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be super fun. The last time we went, it was kind of just, they wanted you kind of just grab and go. It was not a...
Execute Order 69.
Nice. 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 Nice.
Nice. Okay, now seriously, go do it.
Was hiding. He's on first. That looks about right to me. Okay. Oh, we only got a few steps left. That's visible. I don't like that. Hold on. There we go. Now you can't see that. How about this one? I didn't even look. Yeah. Ouch. I didn't even notice those had injection mold points on the side. I wonder how many other times I didn't notice that. There we go. Okay. Holding on to the wing of a prayer. He's hungry. He got his mouth open. He wants food. Aw. That's not a step. That's just done. I'm saying wings down for him. Woo! We're not really done, but we're done. We just need 3 things. Okay. Kind of weird they're all different colors. Okay, now we got those. See, like, this is I count this as a step.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Once again, I don't know anything. Oh, you cutting it up to Mama. Cutting it up to Mama Bird. Are these supposed to be eggs? Like Mom's hatching Easter eggs? Why are you kicked out of the nest, buddy? you out of the nest. Put him right here. Because there's no right way to do it. That's cute though. That's cute. There we go. And yeah, let's see what we can do here. Probably add in stem or something. I don't understand what the link one's for. Oh no, I dropped you, friend. I'm sorry. I dropped you. There we go. We're just gonna add in these little extras, you know. Show it up a little bit more. That's so cute, though. Look how cute it is. Aw. Baby birds. Baby birds and mama. It's a cute display. It is a cute display. For what you did to build these, it looks pretty decent. Okay. Now, that being said, it's about 2:30. We're not going to get anything else done today. So we're going to go find someone to raid on over to. Let's raid. I hate when it does that. I just want to bring it over. Thank you. Same category. We want some brick building here. What is this person doing? The Deku tree? Deku tree, okay. A lot of folks. Can you filter by English? Just because I don't speak German. I don't speak the German. Alright, we're just gonna go with the first one. There. We got this person. Lauren playing. So get your raid message ready. Boom, right there. And you guys, you know the drill. I need you to do me a huge favor right now. And stay absolutely bricktastic just like you are.
This is worse than the time the raccoon got in the copier!
Yeah, so again, stay absolutely bricktastic just like you are. We will be back later. We'll be back Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central, and either Thursday or Friday. There will not be a stream on April 20th, which is Easter. So Tuesday and either Thursday or Friday. Probably looking at Friday, 5 p.m. Central. And don't forget that the Project Hope charity event is going on until April 22nd. Please donate if you can. Everything goes to help folks get access to healthcare. Where is that link? There it is. Beautiful. There it went. Okay. And of course, don't forget that our subathon is happening on April 27th, starting at noon. All right. In the meantime, guys, like, subscribe, follow, share, do all the things. And as always, I'll catch you on the brick side.